Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP price has jumped a bit as emotional holders have capitulated. Too bad, so sad for them. And why did the price of XRP go up? As you can see on your screen, this is a 24-hour chart for XRP. Why did this happen? Because of Bitcoin. It's not complex, folks. XRP followed Bitcoin. And you know, it's funny because about 24 hours ago when I published my last video where I was talking a little bit about price action, I shared perspective from Santiment, which does awesome on-chain analytics work, and their perspective in recent days was that look, volume has been decreasing, and that typically means anyway there's going to be a break, typically a strong break one way or another, and speculation would be to the upside. And we have seen a move to the upside, but they were stating specifically that Bitcoin would go above $30,000, which it did for a short period of time. It actually happened to have happened less than 24 hours after I reported that perspective, which came directly from Santiment. And again, XRP just followed here. But doesn't this make you optimistic for the future of XRP? Are you like me and you think it's probable that Bitcoin's going to be worth way more in the future? Do you think it's ever going to see a new all-time high? Because to me, the answer is unquestionably yes. I don't have a doubt about that. I frankly don't. And XRP, like every other crypto, moves in tandem, broadly speaking. There can be outlier incidents here and there. I'm not trying to get into the outlier incidents for the sake of this video, but it does. And there's more evidence XRP is just doing that. So if anybody that's been feeling down in recent weeks because XRP hasn't hit a new all-time high, it's like, chill. It's like, baby girl. Just hush them beautiful lips. Just hush them lips. It don't matter. It's going to happen when it happens. We need to be adults. We don't control this stuff. And there's extra reason to be excited because I think it's a virtual certainty that there is going to be approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF. And I've been talking a lot recently about why that's important. Well, there's a very well-known name who actually runs a crypto fund who thinks that it's actually going to pass. It's going to be approved by the SEC in the next 4 to 6 months. So think about this. And then we'll get into some of the specifics. But just imagine, so a world where XRP actually has legal clarity. We live in that world now. That's incredible. So check that box. And then a world where there is a spot Bitcoin ETF. And then, can you imagine the institutional inflows and just even retail speculators who now can get exposure to the crypto asset class just on major traditional finance exchanges without having to sign up for Coinbase, so on and so forth? Can you imagine that box being checked too? Because apparently that's coming, which I find to be highly probable. And if we're lucky, it's going to be a lot more than just BlackRock. But anyway, before sharing additional thoughts and information, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so anyway, XRP within the last 24 hours, as low as 61 cents, as high as 64.8 cents. Here's now a 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. So you can see it moved. Here, I'll flash back and forth for those of you that care to look. I do this from time to time. You can see the upward part happened for XRP and Bitcoin at the same time. Now, Bitcoin, after a certain point, you can see that it went back down a little bit and then just traded sideways. XRP didn't really go down. It's just trading sideways after going up. So it perfectly correlated with the upward action. It's just like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm good, which I'm happy to see, And so XRP up 4.53% in the last 24 hours, and that's why Bitcoin's only up 1.9%, but the move correlated. Not surprising to see that at all. And I sarcastically tweeted this out last night. And most people picked up on the fact that this is sarcasm. Not quite everybody, though. But I wrote, that's weird. Bitcoin price went up today, and then XRP price increased right along with it, even though they're two different cryptocurrencies. I've not seen this phenomenon before. And then I noted that Bitcoin was at the time $30,075 at that time, up 2.9%. XRP at 64 cents at that time, up 3.6%. And then I wrote, probably Ripple just happened to post some good news today, ? Being facetious there. Obviously, the price movements of XRP has nothing to do with good news coming from Ripple. Never has. It's just moving in tandem. And I'm happy to see this. And unless you're brand new to crypto, I don't know how you couldn't just acknowledge that as an obvious truth. In fact, look at this tweet from attorney John Deaton. He wrote, "If I had told you XRP would get regulatory clarity but not hit $1, many wouldn't have believed it. Likewise, if I had told you PayPal would issue a stablecoin on Ethereum, but Ethereum wouldn't increase at all, many wouldn't have believed it. Like it or not, Bitcoin drives this market, in my opinion. And okay, that is spot on. And in fact, the blockchain backer, my fellow XRP YouTuber, retweeted that and he shared the 100 emoji, meaning he agrees 100%. And then he wrote, "History proves that strength in Bitcoin is something we should all cheer for." Absolutely. Which is why, even though I'm not particularly excited about Bitcoin, I'm pro-Bitcoin. I've been holding it since November of 2017. I want it to go higher. I believe it will go higher. I believe it will, for the indefinite future, lead crypto markets. And at some point, it's going to... Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. At some point, it's going to even burst through not just a new all-time high, but into the six-figure range. I don't pretend to know what's going to happen, and I'm not saying definitively that it will, but I'm just saying that I believe that that's what's most probable. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of price action. But that's what I find to be most probable. I just don't make predictions. And I have a high level of confidence in stating that for a lot of reasons. And so again, with XRP just following crypto markets and having regulatory clarity and more institutional money pouring in as a result of it, yeah, I'm pretty damn optimistic about XRP. And way more than Bitcoin, because not just because it happens to be my largest bag, but even if I didn't hold it, if I were just objectively looking at the situation, given that it moves in tandem, the opportunity for a much more substantial multiplier effect for XRP, it's pretty clear to me that that's what's more likely, because it doesn't take that much money flowing into XRP to get it to have a doubling, triple, quadrupling effect, so on and so forth. Just like if I threw a $20 bill on a table, any Joe Schmo could just come along and throw another 20 on that table. Yeah, just 2x the money there with one human. Now, when it's at the point where almost every human on the planet has Bitcoin, good luck getting the price to double. But that's why I'm saying the fact that there's less money in XRP, I find that appealing as an XRP holder. Very appealing, in fact. And take a look at this. This is also from the blockchain backer. And this is an XRP BTC chart. And this is just absolutely fascinating because many of you are probably aware of this at this point, but my God, something has occurred that hasn't in over 4 years. Look at what the blockchain backer said. XRP BTC has been stuck underneath the 200-week moving average for over 4 years. XRP broke out once it was deemed not a security and is now very close to backtesting the 200-week moving average breakout level, which you can see if you're looking at the screen. You don't have to, but if you're looking at the screen, you can see where I'm circling. This is what he's talking about, with the purple line, of course, being the 200-week moving average. So that's fascinating. And it's already picking up steam, like even without that, because this is from in the morning yesterday, actually. But it doesn't matter. You could already tell without even looking at a chart. You already know based on the current price development, XRP has appreciated at a greater pace than Bitcoin. So, when there's a new version of that chart shared, which he's probably going to do later today, presumably, it's going to be moving to the upside compared to where it ended here anyway. Love to see it. Happy to see it. And then there was this from chart analyst Credible Crypto, and this is just a Bitcoin USD chart. And there's this green range right here, which is basically showing a range where he was expecting Bitcoin to hold in roughly the 29,000s, let's call it. And then he wrote the following. "We got that strength in our green zone held. That may very well have been our bottom. That being said, this move up so far still looks corrective, and we have a sharp rejection on lower time frames, so do not be surprised if we chop around for a bit longer before the mega move up starts. Don't lose sight of the big picture here, and don't flip bearish if we move down a bit from here either. Anything above $25,000 is a gift." And hey, fair enough. So even if we do in the short term go down a little bit, okay. This is why I keep telling you guys, when I buy crypto, I just hold it. I literally do nothing with it. I take no action. It's the most unsophisticated strategy on the planet, but it's better. I believe, a better strategy than getting in and out of positions and trying to time markets and thinking I'm smarter than everybody else, because data shows that the people that behave like that just don't do as well as the people like me that do absolutely nothing. Now, of course, as a result of that, I don't have a course to sell you, Not that there's a problem with, there can be good people out there selling you courses. I'm just telling you. There's also fly-by-night individuals that just want to, they make their money not as much from crypto, but just from selling courses and stuff. I have nothing to sell you. I have literally nothing to sell you. My course, can you imagine if I had a course? What would my course be? Okay, so here's how you buy a crypto. You did it. Good. Okay, now don't do anything. That would be my course. That's over. Now give me $200. Plus the monthly charge, right? No, I have nothing to sell you here. Anyway, then there was also this. There's a tweet from Ki Young-ju, who is the co-founder and CEO of CryptoQuant, and he wrote, Bitcoin whales opened giga-long positions at $29,000. And he shared some charts if you want to pause and take a look at it. I just pull up full screen in case you do. I'm going to keep blazing along here, though, so hit pause if you want to look at them. And then here, Credible Crypto retweeted that and said, the Giga Whales are setting the stage for the first $10,000 monthly green candle in front of your eyes. Time for bear, he wrote Bera, he meant, it's a typo, I'm sure. He meant bear reckoning soon. Rect, R-E-K-T, so bear reckoning soon. You guys get it. Anyway, but the idea of, in the not too distant future, having, $10,000 monthly green candle for Bitcoin, that's not wacky. Now, can you imagine, even if Bitcoin is the first mover, and even if I'm not saying this would happen, but even if altcoins to some degree take a hit initially, because all the money's going into Bitcoin, everybody's going crazy. Even if that happens, you know what occurs shortly after that, right? Do you not think that would be a massive boost for everything else, including XRP? Like, I want to be there for that ride, which is why I've not been flipping out that it's not Lambo time yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. We're not on the moon currently. We're on planet. I get that. I'm cool with that because I'm a patient adult. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it happens, it happens. I'm just going to be there when it happens, and I'm not going to bitch about it. I'm just thrilled and excited to be here. This is an incredible opportunity. Now, as far as another catalyst beyond the fact that XRP is obviously has been deemed to be a non-security, right? The other big thing is a spot Bitcoin ETF, and I am very excited for this one. Like, it's hard to overstate the degree to which this will be incredibly impactful for people that are in crypto prior to this developing. That's what I believe anyway. And maybe there'll be a big jump up at first with people, excitement, and maybe it even goes back down a bit after. The way that I'd like to articulate the way that I'm considering, like, the degree to which this will be big and why it's big. Yeah, it's neat if you get a big burst right at the gate. Kind of like it was fun in a matter of hours to see XRP price almost double on July 13th thanks to Judge Torres. That's fun. But even if it goes back down to whatever degree, if you think over the long haul, over a span of years, what that means, can you imagine that being the case? Like, the floodgates open, and you have another 5 years, 10 years? What that's going to mean for people that are in crypto before it even happened? But things like this, to really see them play out, it can take a long, long, long time. So it's not to say that there wouldn't be some sort of massive impact for the next euphoria stage coming up, whether that's the next year or two, whatever it is. So, you could get a major impact sooner than later. But in terms of, like, the implications of this, the true implications, they're not going to fully be seen until way later. It could be a decade out or more. And that's okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying there's so much opportunity. That's why this is exciting. So here we have Mike Novogratz on the screen. Now, this guy, I am never going to listen to a damn thing he ever has to say about which cryptocurrencies are good or bad. I don't think he has a freaking clue. This is not a personal attack on him. I'm just looking at his track record here. Here's a picture of him with his Luna tattoo. He got it, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, so several months before it went to zero. He got the Luna tattoo last year, the beginning of last year. Several months later, it went to zero. Now, this is the same guy that says he just doesn't understand XRP. He just doesn't see why it doesn't get the value proposition. Why would it even go up, especially with the SEC lawsuit when that was happening? It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make. He couldn't understand XRP, but he sure thought that Luna was a good bet. I'm sorry. Is Luna in the top 10? Oh no, it's not. It's $0.00. Oh, is XRP in the top? Oh, it is. Oh, XRP is in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. Thanks, Mike Novogratz. So again, when it comes to that, I'm not really going to be taking his advice, but to be fair, he's well known and respected by many people, despite these obvious bad conclusions he came to in the world of crypto. But he knows a lot of people. He's a billionaire. At least he was in the past. I don't know. Presumably he still is. And he runs a fund. He runs Galaxy Digital. And he knows people. That part I believe. So when he's talking about what he's heard through the grapevine with a spot Bitcoin ETF, I'm listening. And remember his dimes to donuts comment, and when it came to the Bill Henman stuff and ETH and this and that, and what was going to happen in terms of the SEC, having a speech about clarity for ETH. That's because he knew people, obviously. Like he legitimately does know people. So if he's hearing something through the grapevine, I am going to listen to that, even though I don't think he does a good job at cryptoing, bro. You know what I mean? So there is this post from WhaleWire on X, and WhaleWire wrote, Galaxy CEO Mike Novogratz said during his earnings call this morning he has insider contacts at BlackRock that confirm a Bitcoin ETF approval in 4 to 6 months. This is coming from the same guy who got a Luna Ponzi tattoo and who predicted Bitcoin would hit $100,000 in 2021 and $500,000 in 2024. Very trustworthy guy. He's definitely not making this all up to pump his bags. I actually don't think he's making it up to pump his bags. I just think he makes bad crypto picks sometimes, and I believe that he knows people. And if he's hearing that from people, that's something where I'll be like, okay. But you're wrong about XRP, and you're obviously wrong about Luna. So take a look at this. What might that timeline be? Well, there's this article from July 18th this year. This is from CoinDesk. Deadlines for U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF approvals come into sight. Because you might be asking, what would the timeline look like for this? Well, it's looking pretty promising, potentially. Check this out. The clock starts ticking this week for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's decision on whether to approve or reject 6 applications, including BlackRock's, to list a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. Bitwise's Bitcoin ETP Trust application hit the Federal Register on Tuesday, while the following will appear in that compendium on Wednesday. While the SEC published documents seeking public consultations last week on Bitcoin ETFs. The clock on the review process formally starts only when filings are published in the register. Initially, this sets a deadline of 45 days, but that can be extended to as long as 240 days. So, and I want to give shout out and credit to V for bringing that up, which is what made me think to plop this into my video. So, and there's a couple tweets on your screen right now from XRP community member, just goes by V at Victor Victory 75 here, and he was sharing information in line with that. And so, by his calculations, it looks like 45 days would be August 15th and 16th, right around there. And he's talking about business days. So, it would be neat if a decision were by then, but I think that 45 days, let's be real, the SEC does not take that seriously. They will do what they want to do. They've always extended out. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes past that. We'll see. I mean, maybe we get surprised. But wouldn't be surprised to see it go past that. But that doesn't matter. If they're taking time to just put it together and how they're going to word this or that and, present it to the public, it's the SEC, whatever. But I don't think they're going to deny BlackRock. So even if you're talking about 240 days, well, there's a lot of analysts that thinks by the roughly when that would be, that's when the fireworks are probably going to be going for the crypto asset class anyways. You're talking about that happening. There's a Bitcoin spot ETF and the euphoria is kicking in potentially. Well, that would be something. So we'll see what happens here. I love being in this space. This is the opportunity of a lifetime so far as I'm concerned. Honestly, it's already been life-changing to this point, and I think that I haven't even seen as they say, the half of it, but I don't even think I've seen the quarter of it or the fifth of it or the 10th of it. Not even close to the 10th of it, to be honest with you. I am very excited for the future here. It is a good time to be in crypto and a great time to be an XRP holder. I am here for it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because if anything I say are right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.